It was a sombering morning in Rockford as the community turned out to recognize a man who gave his all to the people and places he served.
Kent County Sheriff's Deputy David Cook passed away this week after a battle with coronavirus left him in the ICU.
A funeral procession carried his body from Pedersen Funeral Home to City Church just before noon, flanked by dozens of law enforcement, first responders, and the people whose lives he impacted. 39 Your Side's Charlie Tinker was there as it happened. He joins us now live. Charlie.
Nick Kirkval, I'm told there were more than 150 police and other members of law enforcement on hand for Deputy Cook's final send-off this morning, which speaks to his impact and the legacy his family, friends, and the public are just beginning to put together. Downtown Rockford colored in shades of red, white, and blue Friday, with dozens lining the sidewalks along Monroe, gathered to pay their final respects to Deputy David Cook. A procession of dozens of emergency vehicles escorting the more than 20-year KCSO veteran along the several-mile trek to Cook's funeral service at nearby City Church.
You want him to know that he was appreciated, that you appreciated who he was as a person, as a friend, as an officer, that he was valued, that you learned from him. Lieutenant
Joel Roon describes the deputy as a friend and a mentor who, despite the effect he had on those around him over the years, stayed ever humble.
A small handful of officers can actually make an arrest and at the jail receive a handshake at the end, and Dave was one of those guys.
The two joined up with the Kent County Sheriff's Office around the same time 2 decades earlier. Before long, explains Roon, Cook had built himself a reputation as a cop who truly cared about the public he served.
There's just always this theme of treating people well, and that was something that you saw on the calls that you went on with him. He just cared about the people that he was dealing with.
A dedicated family man who never hesitated to put his wife and kids first. A man who, beneath the badge and the uniform and the shiny exterior, everyone else saw.
Oh yeah.
A playful side Cook's friends knew well.
He had a sense of humor. He was super intelligent, and he just had these little niche things. Great poker player.
A massive American flag draped high above 10 Mile by ladder trucks manned by fellow first responders as the procession neared the service, where a parking lot jammed with police cars and waiting law enforcement in full uniform just outside beneath the awning escorted the friend and mentor they'd worked alongside all those years into the building, a goodbye they were never given the chance to share.
I think a lot of us are left reeling simply because you didn't have that opportunity to say goodbye. And so I think more than what I would say is having the opportunity to say it.
And in that same spirit, his family, in lieu of flowers, they're asking anyone who would like to pay their respects to consider donating to a charity of their choice.